Good morning,
Good
Jason.
good morning, Deeds. What up, dog? Happy fucking Friday.
Happy fucking Friday it is. It is I'm trying to see. All right, yeah. Can't find my phone. Friday, happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to me. Happy Friday to everyone listening. It's Friday the 4th. What brings you good news, or what's up with your Friday the 4th today, Jason?
Friday the 4th. We're off work-wise. I'll probably do a little networking over the phone, online, do some stuff like that. Probably bang on some doors. I just got some new door hangers last
Awesome.
week. They're double the size. They're like, I'm telling you, bro, they look like I could have a menu on them.
Nice.
Um, they're pretty wild. And then yeah, I mean, we've got a good weekend coming up. I'm excited for that. Just some downtime kind of. You know,
Some
that's
family
that's that.
time.
But this morning I got some good stuff going on. I booked a trip for the end of May. I'm going to be heading out. You're going to New York this weekend. I'm going to New York at the end of May.
Cool.
Um, Yeah, that should be fun. It's going to be the start of a good trip, and I'm really looking forward to it. A lot of details still need to be worked out, but the main detail was getting there first and already organizing and just getting that flight paid for and done.
If
And
you book them, they will come type deal. You
yeah,
book the flight, and everything else will solve itself.
now
We'll
it's planning where
yes.
spot to spot to spot. So it's that's the fun part. That's the fun process, the fun part. And then you play a waiting game. Um, yeah, so but I also, I'm planning that trip, and I'm excited just to be working with a bunch of cool people in our industry. So
Tell us a little bit about your trip that you have planned here.
I'm gonna be going from New York, driving down the East Coast and making pit stops in different cities and working with window washers. Um, Kind of like what we do now, how we have
Yeah,
coffee with the cleaner. We'll be meeting at different spots, visiting. I'll have some gear from WCR to possibly hand out. Maybe
awesome.
also if other cleaners in the area don't have certain equipment, I'm going to be fully loaded, right? And I'm going to be ready to rock. So if there's other guys that could use some help that haven't used a certain piece of equipment that have a gig and they're like, "Hey, can you come work with me?" Look, man, I'll be there for a day or two. I'm more than capable of doing any type of window cleaning. And if you've got something that you'd like to show me, I'm all ears and I'm all eyes. So this trip is something that I've been looking forward to for quite a while, and now it's like God's putting it all together on a plate for me. Now I'm just ready to go serve it up, dog. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Like it's really working out that way, and it's been in it's been in idea for quite some time, and to see it kind of really evolve into what it's evolving in
Hmm.
is even like more crazy and bizarre. And to also to be sharing the time that we get in the mornings with somebody who's been on a similar journey, a similar but different journey in yourself. um it's a really cool feeling that I like I get to share it with you. Does that
Yeah,
make any does it
yeah,
does that
I'm excited for you and excited for who you get to meet and stuff. It's going to be a real neat experience for everybody.
Yeah, again, because we haven't really shared and dove into your story, or some of your stories. Mark's done a cross country trip as well, but it's far more dynamic.
Yeah, I didn't have a truck or a van or nothing.
Yeah, so and we're gonna dive into some of that stuff soon, very, very, very soon. We need to start doing some full recordings, Mark, and explain
Hmm.
a little bit about your trip as well. Um, but for the both for me, like, you're a been there, done that guy, and I'm like about to go on that journey, and like it's cool that we're sharing the space and the time together. It's really I find it awesome, and it's odd how that worked out too, if you know what I
You're going to
mean.
have a blast. I mean, you have no idea. I mean, unless you don't drop a transmission on the third day, you're fucking set, dude. You're gonna be set. You're gonna meet so many cool people. You're gonna have a great time.
I'm just gonna
Just
be steady mobbing, nice and slow. I'm not trying to rush and anywhere, get anywhere.
exactly. That's it.
The
I
goal will
didn't chase
be,
it either.
yeah, no. And that's the other problem, or not, that's the other logistics thing I'm trying to figure out where I'll be stopping. Um, also, if I'm going to purchase a new vehicle or rent a vehicle, um, that's and
U-Haul, rent it for the month or something.
yeah, I mean, it might be the best way to go, to be honest. And I don't really need to be packing. I don't really need comfort, to be
Sure.
honest. And that might actually be what I end up doing, like a
Huh.
little mini,
Something like that. Yeah.
a
A
mini
Sprinter
box
or
truck
something.
or something,
Yeah.
or a Sprinter, yeah. Um, but I'm excited, dude, and you know, to know that we have the support, to know that I have the support of Xero and WCR is fucking pretty rad.
That's rad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable feeling. Um, and I'm really looking forward to, actually, the goal of the trip is to collect stories from other people and to meet the fantastic men and women in our industry. And
Yep.
Mark, you and I have had many conversations, like when we were in person, about what these personal relationships mean to me and mean to you and to a lot of people. And
Mm-hmm.
so with this coffee with the cleaner, it's
So
not
good.
a it's not an original idea. I mean, lots of people have done something similar to it. We heard about the guys across the sea doing sausage morning, breakfast with the
Yeah.
cleaner.
It's a breakfast sausage in the mornings with Neil's.
And Craig Hensel likes to do coffee with the cleaner, and it's
That's what's
literally,
up. Yeah. We
yeah.
wake up
And
early, we drink coffee, we hang out, and then we get the fuck to work real quick, you know?
yeah, bro, I was just texting with another local guy. It was 4:40 in the morning. Mike Valenzuela, out in Casa Grande, bro. What up, dog? I don't know if you listen or even know that we're doing this or not, but yeah, what up, bro? Um, he's a good dude, and like, we're up, we're chatting. What are we supposed to just sit around with our thumbs up our ass? Like, no, we got stuff to discuss, and I'm really looking forward to learning about some of the, like I said, the men and women in our industry, dude. They've all got badass. I've got wild stories. You've got wild stories. He's got wild stories. She's got wild stories. Let's hear them, dude. And I'm kind
Yeah.
of really, I don't know. I'm really, really looking forward to sharing some of the stories with the people that we meet and record, document. You know what I mean? It's just going to be a fun. It's
You're
going to
gonna
be a
get
very.
a lot of whys, you know, it's gonna fill your bucket. You know, so many people's passion and reason for doing what they're doing. You know, why aren't you mowing lawns? Like, oh, my grandpa owned a squeegee business. And, you know, it's a lot of neat stories. I'm excited for you. That's really cool.
So when we fill your bucket, that was one of the names of the show. Like when you and I were discussing, do we need a name? Do we want a name? Do we have a name? Like, what are we fucking doing? We don't even know
What
what
is
we're
it?
doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we don't know what we're doing. But one of the things that I was thinking of is fill your bucket with Goo and Deed, and change your rubbers, and
Mm.
because in actuality, that is what the goal of us
Yeah.
doing this is to fill our passion bucket, just to make sure that it's full, overflowing. You know what I mean? Like, if we wake up and we put a positive spin on a day, you and I,
You can turn
and
that day upside down, you know,
yeah,
not upside down, make it a good
if
day.
we start off doing this, I find that when you and I do this, I start my day off on a good note. I treat my family right. Like, I go out into the world and I treat the world right, and
That's
everybody's all
right.
right.
Very
And
cool.
so it's like when we do this, it's my passion bucket is full. And when I get to have this story sharing and this time with people coming up on this trip, and I just know that it's going to be the same. And I hope everybody gets that same feeling. Like, we're going to start doing some of these live and have some interaction with people, and we'll start doing we'll add in guests for these shows, but we really need to get our footing. You know what I mean? We need
Oh,
to
sure.
find out
Yeah.
exactly what it is that we're trying to accomplish and what we're doing. And in the last couple episodes, I really think that we've been able to get down to the nitty gritty of what it is we're trying to do, not just talk shop, but there's a goal. I mean,
Sure. Yeah.
we want people to feel good when they get done listening and watching. We also want people to know that it's a safe space, that if they got some shit on their mind, that they can reach out to one of us or both of us, or if
Yeah.
there's a topic that they want to hit, fucking plug it in.
Plug it in. Comment down below. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to
Right.
hear about?
Deeds,
Is it
you're always on top of all of that, dude. And there's something that's something I wanted to tell you. What is that, Deeds?
hard water biosolution? This stuff here is one of my favorites, and I'm actually going to use it next week, Wednesday. Bioclean. WCR sells it. It's a paste. You put it on a surgical towel. You squeegee it into a window, not squeegee it. You circulate it into a window to agitate and get rid of calcium deposits, hard water stains, and that's our tech tool of the day. That's it.
Do you dig that better than the white paste, the Sorbo,
Well, it's a green paste. I haven't used the Sorbo paste
the
before.
shake?
I've used Diamond Magic, and I prefer the green stuff over Diamond Magic because it's less pucker factor. I think it's safer on glass versus Diamond Magic, which can etch or swirl on the wrong surface.
Hmm.
The BioClean, I've been happy with, really happy.
So I went and saw my old buddy at a shop local. He used this stuff called Gen Labs. This isn't like a hard water remover,
Uh,
but it's a soap. And I forgot how much I used to use it when I was younger, but I also didn't read the instructions or follow directions and shit. You know what I mean? And I
yeah,
was just so I didn't like the soap as much as
sure.
I do. I just got another uh I don't know, 32-ounce bottle of it or whatever. It's pretty solid. I forgot how much I liked it when I
Huh.
actually followed the instructions. But it's amazing what products really can do to up your game when used properly.
Yeah, I was picking up. I had a doctor appointment last months ago. Right near the doctor office is La Madeleine, which is like a French bakery,
Yeah.
diner, whatever. So I went in there. I picked up a sorbet thing and a creme brulee. And this is me eating all that crap before I knew I had gallbladder issues. Like I shouldn't have eaten the creme brulee. Point is that as I'm pulling in, there's like all these 5 gallon soap buckets, what have you, containers like stacked up next to the side of the road. I'm like, so I check it out, and I ended up grabbing them like an idiot. But they're four. I had 5 gallon jugs of industrial dishwasher detergent. It's like potassium something. It's lye, basically liquid lye. So people
Oh,
who are getting rid of bodies or whatever would probably sprinkle. Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I've got that, and I've got to find a way to dispose of that without disposing of somebody. I mean, bringing it. I got to basically, if you find chemical soaps on the side of the road, make sure you can use them. Don't like load them up and then figure out it's a
something different.
degreaser. Yeah, I mean, I could use it. I could spray it on commercial uh, parking lots, but I don't know. I've never used it before, and I'm not about to Google and try to find out. So I gotta now get rid of chemical waste. So don't pick up soaps and stuff that you just find on the side of the road unless they're industrial for you, you know. But that's my
Word,
soap talk.
word to the wise.
Yes, but I've got what 20 gallons. So I could like pop a hole in it, and if that would work in a bucket, you know. But I don't think lye is good for windows, so
No,
don't use lye on window panes.
definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
You got a trip coming up this weekend. Gonna go help your pops in New
Yep.
York and Buffalo.
Yeah, very excited about that. Just checked into my flight this morning, so I'm B2. So
Wow,
yeah, so I'm
that's
in
bad.
the next line. But yeah, it should be nice. There was a really big line of thunderstorms from Texas to New York, and I woke up this morning and it's all like fizzled. Now there's just stuff over like Kentucky, Ohio. So I might be a rainy event, or it might be, you know, we might miss it by a couple miles. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens there. But yeah, once I land in New York, it'll be a good trip. So very excited.
Nice. And you've been before, yes, obviously.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I grew up in Buffalo. What I'm doing is I'm driving like 90 miles south to my father's house in the middle of nowhere, and that'll be, you know, a nice trip. Be able to spend some time with him, catch up, and share some stories. See Mother Nature in the woods. Maybe have a campfire or something, and help him out around his cabin because he's getting older. He can't do a lot of shit, and
Yeah.
so I'm picking up a lot of branches, moving this and that, stacking wood, and just giving him a hand. So doing that till Monday, then flying back to Houston. And then next week, I've got like 4 or 5 jobs already scheduled. And my phone's been ringing every single day. And as long as I had a phone call from a scam caller, right? I answered it. It was a guy from a California number, but he lived, you know, 3 or 4 neighborhoods over. found me
Yeah.
on Google. So you literally do have to answer every call, even if it's scam caller. Answer it and then hang up, but at least answer it and give it a hello or can I help you? Because every single day this past couple of days I've just been lucky landing them. Uh, so that's it. Answer the phones, but yeah, next week is loaded, so I'm very excited about that. You know, windows, gutters, driveway, the whole 9 yards on a couple different jobs. So it'll be nice to fill my bucket this weekend, relax, and enjoy Mother Nature, and then come back next week and then get right to work.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, and I think it's important that we do get recharges, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of stuff. You got kids, you got wife, business, all that stuff. Yeah, there's so many things that go on in our lives, and a lot of times we'll just keep going and going and going, and then all of a sudden we get strung out and realize that we're burnt out or tight, stressed out. I think these weekends are important. My kid's actually going to a soccer tournament this weekend. It's basically just the kids. So he's leaving tomorrow morning. So we'll be down a kid at the house. It'll be a little
Cool.
less quiet. I'm sure we'll find something crazy to do. I I feel like I have something I'm supposed to do that I can't remember, and I know that it'll pop into my brain
Your
later.
wife will remind you if it's something important.
Yeah, I think it's another one of our kid nephews or niece's birthdays. Or there was something a pop stroke today, I think, but I'm not gonna go do that. I don't think. I don't know. I trimmed a bunch of trees in my backyard yesterday, which is pretty dope. We have bulk trash once a month here. I'm
Uh-huh.
really excited to get my trees trimmed up. My wife got a inflatable movie theater projector thing
Mm-hmm.
for they have a big event coming up at work.
Hmm.
Well, it's at our house right now.
Cool. What are you gonna watch?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. She'll
I
pick
started
some.
watching the movie Heat last night with Val
So
Kilmer.
actually, that's what they wanted to put on. I've never seen the movie, but they were talking
I
about the gun scene. That's
Yeah,
so
that's
funny that you said
supposedly.
that because my brother-in-law texted and he said we need to watch the gun scene with Val Kilmer.
Yeah, it's
I've
and
never
here's
seen the
my
movie,
I
but
I love movies. I've seen a lot of movies, but Heat, I can't get through after the first 90 minutes. I fall asleep with the Robert De Niro and that girlfriend, whatever thing they got going on there. You know, she was great in Sopranos, but I just can't stay awake for it. So tonight I got to stay awake for part two of Heat, where all the action comes in. So excited about that. But yeah, we lost Val Kilmer yesterday. That's very sad. He was the shit. Um, Great actor,
bro,
combination, artist, philanthropist. He will be missed.
yeah. Yeah, so that's today. That's actually what I'm gonna do. On my our schedule, we are off today. Like I saying, so I'm gonna do some cleaning up around the house, get prepared so that way next weekend I'm not going crazy and doing a bunch of crap. Anytime bulk trash comes, it's awesome. Even though it's once a month, I feel like I'm organized this week and I can get it all out there and do
Cool.
all that. So that'll help me. I'm looking forward to creating some office space for myself as well. So
Neat.
I shared some interior office space with the boss upstairs. And I'm going to get my outside shed organized and put all of my window cleaning equipment back there.
The she shed, he shed.
No, that's a me shed.
That's a you shed, he shed.
That's supposed to be a me shed, but it becomes a we shed, and I
Hmm.
don't. It doesn't really fly.
Some people
Like,
want a three shed, and you gotta say nope. It's a me shed. You go over there.
it's a me shed, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, good luck. I hope everything can be thrown out accordingly. I've got shit behind my house. I've got the storage, and I got a lot of stuff I got to throw out, man. It's it just adds up.
and that including with the garage this weekend too. I mean, my hands will be full, but being able to get it started on a Friday is a good thing.
Hmm.
I don't feel like I'm stressed and doing it all at once. I can just kind of like meander and make it a process and do all that. Excuse me.
It's cool.
That
But
was a
yeah,
good one. Happy morning.
get the stuff out to the get it out to the curb. Damn it, make your wife
Mhm.
happy. But yeah,
It
that's
makes me
cool.
happy, bro. All that stuff gets all disorganized and all everything starts piling up, and it's stressful.
We've
We
got
as
a
people, we just keep consuming more and more, like getting
what
more
am I
and
when am I
more
going to
shit.
use when am I going to use it? I got shit I'm looking at now that I have. I've got a bunch of stuff here that I bought or have when I moved in. I've never looked at, touched, or opened. And I got to Maria Kondo and say, do I love this or can I throw it away? And I just need to start throwing shit away. These screws to this bed that I assembled 5, 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Do
we
I
don't
still have
have the
that
bed
bed? I don't
anymore.
need this instruction manual. See ya. This refrigerator, I don't need this manual. I mean, come on. But yeah, I mean,
Oh,
what's worse is like our parents. My mother hangs on to stuff religiously. She's got stuff from her father and just collects things. But our parents grew up in the Great Depression, so they used and saved bacon fat. They held on to things forever. I don't want to say use the word pack rat, but my mother hangs on to a lot of stuff. So I see a lot of stuff. So I hang on to shit. But you've got to let it go. You got to release it and put it.
there's usually one of those, and there's usually one of those in the relationship, right?
Sure.
One's the saver and one's the chucker outer.
Yep. Shit goes
Um,
missing in my house. My wife's like, I don't know.
I'm kind of both. If it's not something that immediately pertains to me or the family, I definitely like want to dispose of it. But
Cool.
I also definitely like there's certain little things that like I hold on to.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
little mementos and or things that I don't definitely don't need.
yeah,
But
yeah. Knickknacks, tchotchkes, they call them, little tchotchkes. That's fine. But boxes of VHS tapes of like the Three Stooges reruns or like Dances with Wolves on VHS, you don't need to hang on to that. It's going to deteriorate in 30 years anyway. Get rid of it.
time goes of it.
Yes,
Uh,
but
so I sent out yesterday, real quick. I wanted to give another quick shout out. Squeegee Tom Wilson, he was the original winner of our MAGA handle. Um, he ended up sending me a Unger Zero degree handle because I was saying I want to learn how to fucking do that. So
yeah, cool,
he sent me a handle.
neat.
I want to give him a shout out.
Thanks, Sam.
Um, yeah, and then also I think the original um, first subscriber, Mike Matthews. It was between he like it ended up being I think he was our first subscriber or whatever. But I sent him and Squeegee Tom a couple hats
Cool.
and some stickers, some of the new stickers I got, and a pin from the convention and a couple of other stickers or whatever. So be on the lookout, guys. We appreciate you being like the first two cats to get on board and pay attention to what we're doing.
Yeah, thank
And
you for listening. We appreciate it.
yeah, man, and thanks for being good dudes. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Um,
and
that I wanted,
everybody else as well.
yeah, and if the more the merrier. Keep them coming,
Yeah, keep
please.
your comments, suggestions. We'll do
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely. You got anything you'd like to give a little shout out before we wrap up? Because I know you got to get into the office here in a sec.
Just shout out to WCR and Xero for being awesome. They throwing it down with the great products, great service, great prices. Um, Squeegee Life, they're do their podcast. Want to give it up to them. They're keeping it real. They're doing a good job. Lower Rung guys, Austin.
There you
Oh
go.
well, yeah, Lower Rung, Zane and them. You guys are awesome. Place your orders with Zane. He's got some stuff he's giving away this month. Zane Anderson, check him out.
Yeah, man. 12 foot trad. That's his giveaway, I believe.
Yep,
I actually, so normally I would not be able to catch their podcast because my kid was having soccer at that time. Well, the
mm,
last few weeks I've been able to catch the lower rungs. It's worked out to where I've been at home, like on the phone or something, and I've actually been able to catch them. So it's
cool.
been fun to watch them throw it down and put it down. Um, I enjoy all of them.
Yeah, they got some
Grub,
good tips, good
yep,
chuckles.
Grub's a good dude. Spending time with John B. and Vegas was fun. Getting to know him just a
Yes.
little bit was nice. And, you know, I'd love to collab with those dudes real soon too. So I know our schedules don't always mash, but um, if they're down to get down, you or I
We
would
should
be
do like a
happy.
large collab. Like,
Yeah. We'll definitely get together with them at one of these points.
like a Simpsons Family Guy crossover. It's not Fox affiliated.
Just pop on and say what up, dude. Like,
Yeah, say
I I'll follow along. So they do the live. So I've, said hi or whatever. Like I told you, I'm a dummy when it comes to verbiage in this tech world, but I'll live chat with them or whatever. Mike has sometimes been in the rooms. There's been a couple other cats popping in and out. And I think it would be fun for us to try something like that soon too. One
sure.
of these days.
We'll reach out and see what's up.
Yeah. So I hope everybody has a kick-ass weekend. Thanks for paying attention to us. Thanks for helping me fill my passion bucket and keep it full. I
Yeah.
know it's hard sometimes to keep being a window cleaner or keep being a pressure washer or keep being a gutter guy or keep being this or keep being that. But if you keep that passion bucket full, it sure does make it a little easier.
Yep. Keep your head up. Keep sending out those estimates. Answer your damn phone. Change your rubbers, everybody.
Change your rubbers, wash your towels.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace out. Have a good morning, everybody.
Have a great weekend, guys.